Well, hi guys, Lance here from the Rocky Mountain Life channel. Still out riding with Shannon today. This road here is 2021A, 2021A. It leads to 733. This is also 733. This is, I think, the area that Shannon was trying to get to. And we'll see how much snow there is up here, because it looks like we gotta at least climb for a little ways here. Whoa. Climbing the hill in the snow is worse than going down it, in my opinion. Whoa. Gotta maintain momentum, that much I understand. But it seems like most of this is, there's at least an edge somewhere where you can get some traction. So that's good. Have I been up here before? I don't think so. But maybe. I've been up on views like this before, so I don't know. He says that way down there is pretty rough, has some rocky areas, and like I said, my only concern is if it's snowy in the rocks. If you get into a shady rocky area, now you got rough rocks and slick snow. So we're going to take this a little bit easier route today. One of these days I'm going to have to come back out here, even if it's just me by myself, which I don't particularly enjoy riding alone much anymore. I don't want to say it's not fun, because it is fun, but it is way more fun and way easier to get me to get out of bed early in the morning on a day off from work, to come out and do it with other people. But I probably should ride the whole length of 717 again. That's something that I traditionally would do once a year since I got this bike, but I don't think I did it last summer. I rode on it at times, but I never rode the whole thing. The whole loop, if I remember correctly, it's about 37 miles. That's, the whole loop. Which, 37 miles isn't really a long way, but it is a long time on the saddle if you're dirt biking, at least for me. So it usually makes a pretty good day of riding. Take, I don't know, 3 hours or something. Usually would stop partway through, take a little break, eat a snack. I didn't do that last year. Probably should do that again. Restart my tradition, because that was 717 was a trail that I rode a lot when I first got the bike. The very first ride I took on it that was a dirt ride is I rode it from my house to Rainbow Falls, and I rode around Rainbow Falls a little bit. I can link that video for you as well, but it was not an impressive ride on my part. I dropped it. There's a little snow out there. It was actually December. It was just a couple weeks after I got the bike. And I also wasn't very good at making videos yet. Not that I'm very good now, but I hope I'm a little better now than I was then. So it's not really a great video to watch, in my opinion, but linked up there for you if you want it. But after that trip to Rainbow Falls, I started coming out this direction to Divide and riding 717. And I mostly stay on 717 because at the time I hadn't met Dave, I hadn't met Shannon, I hadn't met Ferret Face, I hadn't met 732 is what it says now. I hadn't met anybody else to ride with. Hadn't met Steve, so I was riding by myself, coming out on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and I didn't want to get lost, and I didn't want to get into something really crazy, break the bike, break my leg, be alone, and on a weekday when there's not many people around. So I rode 717 a lot just because I could find my way out. There's an arrow there that says that way, but no trail sign or anything like that. I think Shannon feels like it should go this way. Hopefully we don't get stuck down here and have to turn around and climb back out, but let's go see. So anyway, yeah, I've spent a lot of time on 717, and it's fun, and it's a pretty ride. I mean, it's got some places where the scenery's really good, and as my skill level has gotten a little better over the last few years, it's gotten easier to ride. It used to be kind of, yeah, this is about all I can handle. Now I can do harder stuff. I've been riding single track some. I'm not great at it, and I'm slow, and the bike starts to feel heavy, but at least I can. And now I can ride through 717, and I don't feel like it's kind of pushing my skill level so much. I guess the question is am I going to show it to you guys when I do it? You know, am I going to record it? I did ride it once a couple of years ago where I didn't even turn on the camera. I think I had it with me, but I don't think I turned it on because I'd shown that trail to you guys before, and it's one of the more well-known trails in this part of Colorado, so all the local guys know it as well, so it's not like they need to watch my video to learn about this new trail. So I don't know if I'll show it to you or not, but I kind of still feel like I should ride that whole loop sometime just to keep my tradition going. And I'm going slow in first gear, 10 miles an hour, because it's a little slick in spots. It's a little downhill. I've never been here before. I don't know what's around the next corner. They still got the rainwater cutouts that they're cutting into the side of the trail to keep from eroding things too much. So it tells me that this is still a authorized, maintained trail. Just that little intersection back there didn't really make sense to us. Like that, you know, that's just a cutout to help with rainwater to keep from washing all the soil down to the bottom of the hill, creating these horrible big ruts. Pretty sure I've never been down here. This does not, I mean, the area looks familiar, but the trail does not. Cool spot though, huh? You know, I'll admit, guys, when I woke up this morning, I was lying in bed for a few minutes and I was just like, I really want to do this because I'm going out of town tomorrow, and I still need to pack and do some other things to get ready, and I was like, I really want to do this today. And the answer was no, I didn't really want to go out today. It just felt like I had too many other things I needed to do. But Dave and Shannon live far enough away from me that when they get out my direction like this to camp and ride, I really want to take advantage of that because they're good guys. I like them. I consider them friends. And it's fun riding with them. And every time I actually get out here and start riding, it always feels worth it. So I'm really glad that I did. But I actually struggled with the concept this morning a little more than I usually do. Mostly because I was just feeling like I got too much to do. But ran a couple errands on my way out here this morning. Just little quick stops, gas station, things like that. Get ready for tomorrow. And be ready to hit the road tomorrow. And I don't have to leave super early tomorrow. I'm only driving about 3 hours to start with. And I'm going to spend the night and then do the big longer portion of that trip tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but Thursday. Yeah, lots of new dead branches and stuff. I'm sure that's from the wind that we've had the last few days. It was howling in Colorado Springs. And Dave and Shannon have been up here since Friday. It's now Tuesday. And they said it's been blowing pretty much the whole time. Today hasn't been too bad so far. We've had some intermittent periods of some breeziness. But like right now, there's like no breeze hardly. So kind of depends on where you're at. It comes and goes. Oh my goodness. That's steep. Gotta make sure I'm in first gear. Whoa. Get a little engine braking helping me, hopefully. If I get a two-stroke right out here, which I would love to do someday. I can hear him climbing a hill over to my right. Okay, makes me a little nervous. But if I ever get a two-stroke, which I hope to do, but probably, I don't know, thinking I might not. It's just simply because of where I want to spend my money. I want to get a camper. That means I'm going to get a new truck to pull it with. That's probably where the finances are going to go. But if I ever do get a two-stroke, that's going to be a learning curve for me. Figuring out, how to ride it without any engine braking. I'm sure I could get used to it. I know I could. Be a nice challenge to try and overcome. Be a nice problem to have. New woods weapon, that would be awesome. But they're expensive. Sometimes the hard part is convincing the missus that I need one. Because her attitude is, what's wrong with the one you got? I say, nothing. I want another one too, in addition to this one. This is the bike I like to ride when I go riding with Steve, because sometimes we'll go up to Garden of Gods and things that requires a license plate and stuff, and higher speeds that a two-stroke is not really suited for, even though you can plate them here, and they are road legal, but it's just not, it's not the kind of motor you ride around in gentle, steady speeds, you know what I mean, through traffic and stuff. This bike is way better for that. This bike is also really good at power wheelies when you got good traction. I'm sure a two-stroke could do it as well, but probably not like this. Here's a tight corner. Cool spot. Another thing I have noticed today is, in addition to the slick stuff in the snow, sometimes underneath that snow is wet tree branches. They can be slick as well. Yeah, just roll over this. But it's really good to get out and ride. I wish I could do this 3-4 times a week on my days off. It would be my workout routine, which would be a whole lot more fun than, I don't know, doing workouts at my house, which I have a hard time motivating myself to do, I won't lie. This would get me fit, but I'm not going to drive 100 miles a day, burn all that gas, come out here and do it every single day on my day off. Plus, I have other things I need to do on my days off, so can't just go out and goof off strictly and do nothing else, but it's a nice daydream. Scenery never disappoints out here, though. Never disappoints. I'm really happy that there's no dust. Well, if we have to turn around and climb back out of this, so far nothing seemed too awful. Some steep spots, but no snow on them, so that's good. This trail area here with this exposure to the open air on the left is getting a lot of sunshine to melt it off. But anyways, guys, I'm sure that this section of this ride video is getting pretty long, so we're just driving down into this canyon, looks like, going down the mountain. But I appreciate you joining me again, for those of you who stuck it out. Sometimes I wonder just how much entertainment value there is in my videos, because I don't plan them. I don't think about what I'm going to say. I don't have a topic in my head. I don't have a script. I don't memorize anything. I just go and ride and flap my gums about whatever I think about. So if you've stuck it out with me this long, appreciate it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I enjoy doing it. And I will see you next time.